I've been thinking about these things which people judge others for. It's fascinating, to say the least, that when I was in elementary school, I would try to squat on my school chair. And the teachers would tell me to put my feet down on the ground because I was being offensive or inconsiderate. And some people, when they've seen me squat, especially when I had a PC, I would squat in front of it for hours on end, playing video games in a position like this. And it's very, very fun. Maybe it's a Libra thing, but I feel like I'm more in balance if I am as a whole on a chair, instead of having a part of me be grounded. It's kind of like taking flight. Well, in a sense, figuratively. But it is not the only thing that many people are judged for. Before I digress, let's just stay on topic about squatting on chairs. So, let's say I sit on this chair and put my feet up on the bed. In a philosophical sense, I am standing at the foot of my bed while sitting on a chair. So, is that a way to separate a part of me from myself? To expand a way of thinking? Potentially. And then we get to the topic of platforms, especially social platforms. What do you mean, Vic? I mean, they're broken TVs. One I found outside and one I found in the hallway. They're broken in a sense that they can't be used as televisions anymore. But if I feel frustrated about anything really, like the itch right here, I don't need to scratch that. There's an itch on my eyebrow right now, but I don't need to scratch it. I just move my hair a little bit and presto. So, squatting on a chair is just a way to sit, and people tend to try and relate that to an anime character. I think it was L from Death Note, who would squat on all the chairs and usually go barefoot. It's not because I'm a weeb, not that I am not, but the squatting it's a personal thing for personal enjoyment. And then, when we get to the subject of heels and ankles, do you think that the whole bottom of my feet touch the chair at all times when I'm squatting? No, because I'm vibing. And that's, well, metaphorically speaking, there's a lot of ways to speak about vibing, but there is no real word for it. Do you see that thing? The light? Is it a reflection? Or is it a vibe from the light source? Which one? This one? Or that one? So yeah, I find it much easier to think about things that at least seem important to me when I am squatting. But when I'm not squatting, I tend to make mistakes, because it's really hard to think when I'm on the move in a way which doesn't resonate with the self that I've grown accustomed to. Yet, being a self in a world where we're all fucking interconnected by pretty much 0 degrees of separation thanks to the internet, why would I behave in a way in the first place? That's a question, actually an interesting question. Why would I behave in a way to be like the others, to parrot them? Maybe. A dude on an anonymous image board said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And I guess it's true. No, I don't guess. I think it's true. But imitation can be also taken as offense. As in, if someone only imitates another, that would make their own personality more or less fake. Not to others, but to themselves. If you always parrot someone else, you will never, ever realize who was parroting you. Now, am I parroting myself when I think I'm alone? No, because I have a ton of voices in my head. Some of them verbal, some of them just rhythmic, some of them very cacophonous, some of them easily frustrated and jealous. And that's a fixation, my fingers tend to click when I do that. But about imitation and squatting, what is this? This is the last guitar pick I have until I get more from somewhere, if I want more. But guitar picks are not what I like to use when I play a guitar. I like using my fingers, especially the fingernails, because the sound feels more grounded. Again, if I want to play an instrument, I want to feel grounded with the instrument. If I'm not playing anything, an instrument, a game, but those put together are also a way to realize that the game that some people call it, the game of life or the game of existence, it has no balance. The game of life never should have had a balance and never will have a balance. Why? The very nature of the universe, according to, well, one of the hypotheses that I had at some point earlier, way earlier, hold on. There's some other ways to quote-unquote ground myself, but I don't like doing that. I don't like being fully grounded. On account of, well, PTSD would be an overstatement, like an exaggeration. But as I spent a lot of my teen years and a large portion of my adolescence grounded, in a way that kids get grounded when they do bad stuff? Well, we had a curfew and I was late, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and got grounded for a week. If I remember correctly, it was a week, maybe 2 weeks. So being grounded now as an adult feels like I'm stuck in a corner again, staring at a wall, which basically right now I am. Though I am fiddling with items, which was not allowed when I was grounded as a kid. But now, being as grounded as I am, I still feel the pull of dread, the pull of an underlying sorrow of being stuck. What am I stuck to? Nothing. And consequently, that same nothing is stuck to me. It's tobacco. Don't worry about it. I know, weed is illegal in Finland, so I won't do that on a video. I'm not stupid. Most of the time. I'm not stupid regards the person who's smoking tobacco. Shut up. Okay, now that you shut up all nice and proper, define stupidity, please. Stupidity, or, well, stupidity is not ignorance. They're not synonymous with each other. Though ignorance is potentially a form of stupidity, stupidity is also quite subjective. To some, sitting on a couch and watching other people do physical exercises like playing football and ice hockey, to me, that's stupid. Regards the fridge, which just turned off at the same time. Wow, weird synchronization. To watch someone else play sports, that, to me, is stupidity. Especially if you get excited about someone else winning. There's a caveat, sure. If you put bets on those games, those sports, then obviously you have like a ball on the court. But that doesn't necessarily prove the point of stupidity because, as I said, it's subjective. This is stupid, according to some. According to some tea drinkers, coffee is stupid. According to some people, rap music is stupid. And according to some, metal music is stupid. According to some, tarot cards are nonsense. According to the cards themselves, they are absolutely not nonsense. Should I prove that in a way? Not me. I'm not here to prove anything. I'm just here venting. It's a vlog. I pause the video every now and then. Why? Because otherwise I go off on a tangent, which is obviously not a great way to do a vlog, which would be easy to follow. Anyway, the tarot cards, let's have a look. Hold on. Just have some of this good stuff with us. They're aliens, by the way. They turned into cops. It's filled with hopes and dreams of an alien race. Plural. Oh no, you're psychotic, you're schizo. You should see me when I'm juggling knives. That's schizo. There. I think that's a good vantage point. So, this is a deck of tarot cards I made. They're not completely done yet, because some of them don't have pictures, but I'm gonna draw them. Some of the cards which resonate with me do have pictures. So this is the deck. Let's cut it from here. Okay. We get strength. The strength card. Is it inverted? Yes, but you're a clever boy or a girl, so you know how a Knight of Wands does the tarot. And now let's see in a different light. What does this card say about you? The Lovers. Okay. How about this one? The Knight of Cups. No, that's the King of Cups. Just one of them. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. They're not welcome. Didn't bring any good ideas. So the Seven of Wands shall shatter. The Four of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. What's below the Lovers? The King of Swords. And what's under the Queen of Pentacles? This card. The Ten of Swords. Yes, and the Tower behind it. So is that random? Is that really random? Or do the cards want to tell something to someone? They want to tell a viewer that the game was rigged from the start. It's a joke. The sock says I'm AFK and that gaming ruined my life. Partially true. I'm gonna put them back where they belong after I'm done with, well, that's a speaker. But it doesn't speak. Not anymore. Why? It's muted. The battery's almost full, but the speaker's muted. Is that a metaphor? Or insanity? There's a funny thing about insanity too, because I'm painfully sober right now. Even though it's quite hard to believe. I'm painfully sober. I can behave as sane as any normie out there. But I can also behave like I want to, like myself. Talking and rambling and mumbling. Sometimes. For the benefit of what? For the benefit of what exactly? Death? Well, no. To alleviate boredom. And because eventually everything will potentially be destroyed, we should try to make our time as enjoyable as we can. If you share your time with another, which I can, with the clicks, through the floor, it's a void. If we share our time with others, it should be done in a pleasant way, not for the time, but for the ones experiencing the time. Is that philosophical enough? Can I go back to masturbating and caressing scissors and other sharp objects now? Can you turn off the camera? No, you turn off the camera. No, you turn off the camera. No, you turn off the camera. No. Maybe I'll just turn in the camera. Let's see how it turns out. The cat